In this video, we're going to look at the company health and safety policy and how you can tweak it and change it to suit, obviously, the details specific to your own company. And we're also going to look at how you can produce the paperwork from Health and Safety Xpert to either print or to preview or to export in a variety of different file formats. So first, a look at the company health and safety policy. This is a largely pre-written document that doesn't require too much attention from yourself. However, we would recommend that you always give it a browse through first to see if there's any specific details that you would like to tweak or modify to suit the specifics of your company. Each section can be edited individually, and to do this you click on the pencil button on the right hand side. So this is a general statement about the policy, a statement about reviewing procedures, etc. So you can step your way through the document looking at each section, modify any you want to, and save changes, which we'll do in a minute. A quick look though at one section that is slightly different, which is the organisational chart. So if we click on the button to edit this, this requires you to put in the names of some people in the company. So you double click on the box, etc., and fill in the details. You generally only have to name the senior members of a company, such as safety director, contracts managers, site managers, etc., because you could have numerous contractors and numerous employees and it wouldn't be practical to have a chart with all those people in. It's the people in charge who have the major responsibilities who need to be named. Once you've filled these details in, you can click OK to save. Now, if you want to edit one of the particular paragraphs, I'm just going to click on young persons here. You can fill in some details, you can add some extra text, and you can then click the Save button on the right hand side. This will ask you to give it a name. And you can also set it as the default. So if I tick this box and click OK, and then click OK again, if I go back to edit this box now, you'll see that the new modified paragraph has become the default paragraph. This means that you can actually have several different paragraphs to suit different parts of your organisation. You may be creating a company policy for several companies that are within your organisation, and there may be some subtle differences between them with some different pieces of text. This follows through all the software. Wherever there's a place where you can save a paragraph, you have an option to save multiple versions and to set one of those as a default. You can, of course, on an ad hoc basis, pick different paragraphs. So if I wanted to go back to the original one, I can click on the Select Other Paragraph box here. This gives me the HBXL standard paragraph and the Smith's version. And if I'd made 4 or 5 other versions, they would also be listed. I could choose the one that is relevant, click OK. You'll now see I have the original one selected, and that is the one which will then be produced. Okay, so once we've made the modifications, what can we do with the document? So you see on the right hand side we have 3 buttons. The first one is a preview button. This will create a preview of the document for you to have a quick read through. This is obviously quite quick and very handy for you just to check your work before you actually finalise. You may wish to export the document because you want to email it to somebody. So when you click on the Export button, you are given a variety of formats that you can export the document in. The default one is the old Microsoft Word format, but you can also choose the more modern Word format, PDF, Open Document format, which covers OpenOffice or LibreOffice, and there's rich text format, and there's even a plain text format, though it is very plain and you would probably not use it in the real world. The most common one that you'd probably use would be one of the Word formats, or you can make it as a PDF. I will do so in this example here, so I'll select PDF. We will see that in my list of documents to export, I've just got the Company Health and Safety Policy ticked. You can actually select multiple documents at any time when doing this, but we'll do that a bit more when we're looking at risk assessments and COSHs in a later video. I've now clicked the export button. You'll notice up here it tells me where this is going to be saved in. So it's in my documents path under health and safety, and I have a project for Mr. Smith, which is the project name, so it will be saved in there. So when I click on export, this folder then opens up. You see that I've actually already created some documents previously in my Mr. Smith project. And I can now attach this to an email. I can double click on it if I want to read it, etc. So deal with as you would with any other file that's on your computer. The other option, of course, is to print. And what this will do now is actually print directly to your printer. So if I click on the print button, the dialog will come up and it will ask which printer we want to use. So I could choose one of the office printers and click on the print button. However, this is the way that you would produce an actual physical hard copy, is by using the print button. If you're familiar with previous versions of health and safety, in the old days the print button used to open up Microsoft Word. This no longer happens. The print button actually does a print. If you want to create a Word document, you now use the export function.